British schools are going to be teaching about the Holocaust. Oh, okay. I think it's a good idea. It's not before time, is it? You know? But how about a bit of balance? How about adding into that curriculum suggestion about Gaza and the fact that Israel, perpetrated by Netanyahu, whatever his name is, well, in my mind, performing the act of genocide on Gazans. How about that? But no mention of that. You see, it feels, how to put it, a bit biased. Now, Keir Starmer's wife is Jewish. Fair enough, you know. And let's get this straight. I've got no issue whatsoever about teaching about the Holocaust in the UK. We need to be teaching more about this kind of stuff instead of shying away from it. Our kids need to know what's gone on in the past so we can prevent it happening in the future. End of the day, they are the future generation. And it needs to be done. But we need some balance. We really do need some balance. You're getting greedy, are you, Wally? Now, what happened to the Jewish people, you know, during World War II and what have you, and the genocide that was perpetrated by Hitler and his Nazis, is absolutely horrific. And there's a place that I visited not that long ago called La Capole in northern France. And at La Capole, there's an old bunker site, which is like a big dome, which was built by the Germans and it was blown up by the Americans. And it was the launching site of the V1s and the V2 bombs. And the V2 didn't come into full production, did it? But if it did, they'd been able to launch one every 30 minutes. Well, anyway, there was an exhibition in La Capole, and it was images that had never been seen before. And it was horrific. Oh, my dear wife, Caroline, she was in tears. You know, that was shocking. And it was like, the trains were full of macerated bodies, you know, gaunt bodies, you know, not an ounce of flesh or, well, a bit of flesh, but, you know, no fat on them, you know, just, they were just heaped up in backs of trains, you know. And it was an eye-opener, it really was. You know, you read about this stuff, you watch films about this stuff, what went on and, you know, what was perpetrated against the Jewish people in Germany. And, you know, I get it, it's horrendous. And we do need to be teaching about it in schools. I agree with that. But we do need some balance. We really do. Now, a very kind individual has donated towards my rewilding project here in France. So we're planting an arbour. Probably about 40-odd trees, I imagine, because you need quite a few for an arbour. Anyway, and he's donated towards that, and also I'm going to make a sign with it, but the sign's going to be on the bench. I'm going to make a bench, because I'm woodworker, you see, to go with it, because I think it's such a nice idea, and it's sort of try and justify his donation as well, you know, make it stand out. So we'll be doing that very, very shortly. If you want to know more about it, I've got a rewilding channel, but also there's a link down below regarding our GoFundMe if you do want to have a tree and a sign with a tree. But anyway, now, I was reading this in the Jewish Post. I thought that was the most appropriate place to have a look. And Keir Starmer says that no exemptions on the Holocaust Education under new government curriculum plan. Well, there need to be some exemptions, because you should be teaching that in primary school. It's too horrific. Kids will have nightmares. Yeah, even secondary school people, especially the younger ones, they should be later years, I think. But they're again saying that, how's that going to work? Because you get your choices, and if you haven't chosen history, you're not going to be taught it, are you? So there's that to it. So it's going to have to be before the choices are done. Before the kids make their choices which subjects they want to take. Now, Keir Starmer said that the government would set aside funds so students can visit Auschwitz to learn about the Holocaust as well. And there's about $2 million in funds going to be set aside for that. I don't know how that will be allocated, but whether it be for students who can't afford it, I don't know. All British students will learn about the Holocaust in school thanks to this new curriculum plan introduced by Keir Starmer at the annual Holocaust Education Trust dinner on Monday night. Now, don't forget, Keir Starmer's wife is Jewish. This feels very biased to me. It really does. And made by the leader on a statement made by Keir Starmer on social media. Now, Starmer announced the plan to 500 dinner guests, including Britain's chief rabbi. And I'm not going to try and say his name because I'll mess it up. So, for the first time, studying the Holocaust will become a critical, vital part of every student's identity. Now, this sounds like indoctrination, this does. What were the people in Gaza? What were the people who are being murdered on a daily basis? Because that's exactly what this is, genocide. I know, allegedly. No, it's genocide, let's be honest. It really is. They're trying to eradicate, they're going to say they're trying to eradicate Hamas, but you know what's going to end up happening? For every Hamas soldier or radical they manage to kill, they're going to, replace them with 10 more. When you kill somebody's family and there's one person left, you want to try and tell me that they're just going to accept it? I wouldn't. No. I'm sure you wouldn't either. And many of those people are going to, join the cause of Hamas. They might think they got rid of it, or getting rid of it at some point. It will just, it's going to it'll rise from the ashes. It really will. It's hate, you see. And it won't be just hate towards Israel. No. It'll be hate towards everyone who supported it. Including the British people. Including the people of the United States. Anyone who supported it. Provided munitions, etc. Now, I don't normally talk about this stuff, but when I read about this, I thought, hang on, this doesn't seem quite right to me. You know, not without some balance. So, yeah, it's 2.2 million quid is going to be allocated as well, which is not a huge amount of money. And hopefully it'll be for those who can't afford it. As many families can't stretch to whatever cost that would be to send their kids to visit Auschwitz. They could do the pose. They could do the Suella Braverman pose, couldn't they? Oh dear. I'm a little bit shocked in some ways, because although I agree we need to be teaching about this stuff, but equally I am a little bit shocked because there's other stuff you should be teaching about as well. We should be in history classes, etc. in the UK. There's things about, like, for instance, our participation in slavery, for instance. That sort of stuff isn't taught. We're very happy to teach about other people's history, like American history. You know? Yet we seem to shy away from our heinous acts of our own past, our own heritage. We need to own up to it and accept that we have played a part of, we've moulded a lot of the countries and what have you. Like, for instance, we should be teaching about how did Israel come to be, for instance. How, basically the land was stolen, effectively. Well, that's how they feel. I don't know. How do you feel about it? I'm a little bit apprehensive. Apprehensive, is that the right word? It's a bit of a quandary. Or, I don't know, it just feels wrong. It just feels wrong. We need some balance. By all means, teach it, but have some balance at the same time. We need both sides of a story, you know? Maybe we should be teaching about World War II. Maybe we should be teaching about how towns and cities in Germany were completely utterly obliterated, and ordinary folk who lived in Fair in Germany were killed by our own bombs. We need both sides of the story, you know, so we can make a fair judgment and educate our children to understand that there's no winners in war, just death. Anyway, what do you reckon? Please leave it in the comments down below. Anyway, like I said earlier, I mentioned earlier about my rewilding project. There'll be links down below if you are interested in having a tree and something for Wally to pee up. What do you reckon, fella? There you go, boy. There's links down below. There's GoFundMe link as well, so you can make a little contribution if you like. And we plant a tree for whatever contribution. It doesn't matter if it's 5 or 10 or whatever it is, or more, whatever. We'll plant trees, all trees, no matter. So, and I'll make a sign to go with the tree. Just let us know what you want on the sign within reason. It can't be an essay. And I will make a sign as well. Anyway, tell me what you think. Please leave it in the comments down below. People don't like bun. Toodaloo.